Hi everybody, Lori, daughter of the King. How are you guys? Um, I know my looks a little different than usual. It's kind of wearing some deeper colors, and since I'm also a makeup artist, I like trying new things. So if I come up with some looks you think's kind of strange, well, had to try it. Um, Today I'm going to talk about God's heart for the youth. I'm going to be reading something that God was speaking to me, and I wrote it down, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. It's very significant, very strong, and well, here it is. Your faith is trickling down, can't you see? Your faith is trickling down to me. You're a watchman in a tower, keeping track of this late hour. Death is ringing all around us, angels singing to astound us. People running, going nowhere. Trying to reach them, they just don't care. I'm the younger generation, praying for this nation. Where have all the warriors gone? Who's going to stand and reach the lost? We're so distracted we can't hear a thing. We ignore God and the salvation He brings. We ignore God and the salvation He brings. Jesus hung upon that cross to spill His blood and save the lost. We are the younger generation. Where is our hope? We're lost in the world at the end of our rope. Hold on, I gotta turn the page. So many have quit. They gave up the ghost. They've nowhere to cling. But God, He is our King. Open your ears. He is speaking to you. A love song so quiet, so precious, so new. Let go of your anger, your pride, and your strife. I am trying to give you the gift of your life. Look not to the left or to the right. I am surely coming like a thief in the night. Focus your eyes on the cross. I died. I said, I died for the lost. But I also rose and live forevermore. I'm coming again. I'm at the door. Reach the younger generation while there is yet time, for time is running out. And that's the whole word. I believe it's God's heart for the youth, for the younger generations. We need to reach the youth. They're watching us. And if they're watching us, what do they see? Are we mentoring them? Are we teaching them? Are we supporting them? Are we being their friend? And maybe it's because the youth are not totally corrupt. A lot of people don't want to hear. We tell them and talk to them, and they just don't care. But maybe the youth are not totally corrupt. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why God wants us to reach them. Because they're still reachable. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and she was expressing how she feels about her sister. Her sister that may walk in her footsteps, because she is an amazing minister. And my daughter She is a prayer warrior. And I've heard of other children. Children are getting dreams and visions right now. Um, and they're strong. Some of them are standing in their faith, and they are just like a powerhouse. They are praying for the nation. And I was going over this, and I read it a few times, and I actually wrote it down because I actually put it on my phone, and then I wrote it so that I could read it to you guys. But you see, I'll kind of go over it. Your faith is trickling down, can't you see? Your faith is trickling down to me. That means that the faith that we have, our faith in God, how we stand strong, what we do, how we stand against the world, and we're separate. We live in the world, but we're separate from the world. And we stand our ground as to what's right, what's wrong, and what God's law says. And our faith, believing that God will do what He said, and believing in miracles, and having, full confidence that God's got everything in His hands. So the younger generations are seeing this faith. And God showed me something, that the older generations should be mentoring the younger generations. And then those younger generations should be mentoring the very young generations. So it goes down. It trickles down. Like a stream or a river that's trickling down and watering everything below it. Or maybe like a little waterfall in a garden. How it could trickle down and water things below it. So, my friend, I have things to teach her. I have wisdom. I have years of experience behind me, and I have dreams and visions from the Lord. And I can help her, and I can encourage her. And she, in turn, can encourage her little sister. And that's the way it goes. I've seen ministers, and they're training up their teenagers and their young adults, and those young adults are just going strong, and then now the little ones are jumping on board. So it trickles down. So what I'm trying to say is, the kids are watching. They're watching you to see what you're going to do. They're watching you in these times, especially with everything going on. They're watching to see how you're going to handle it. What are you going to say? Are you going to have faith? Are you going to stay in faith? How are you going to handle it? They're watching. Should we panic? Should we freak out? Should we cry? Should we stress? Or should we pray and just live our lives and trust God? Trust God to take care of everything. And I'm not saying to just do whatever. No, definitely not. And you still gotta play it safe. I mean, there's lots of messed up, crazy people in this world, and you sure don't want to be around them. So, I heard to pray to be in the right place at the right time. I think Brandon Biggs said that. That's from Brandon and Diane. They have a ministry, but yeah, that's basically it. You need to be in the right place at the right time, and trust God, because He will take care of you. So this next part says, you're a watchman in a tower, keeping track of this late hour. So this youth is seeing the adult, the older person, who is a watchman, but in a tower. They're in a tower, most likely. I was thinking because that would be a safe place. Someplace up high where you can look in all directions and be warned of danger. Someplace safe. Someplace, like if you got attacked, you could kind of hold your own. So a watchman in a tower is a watchman but safe. It's careful. cautious and is aware and watching and seeing what plays out in these end times and praying. Keeping track of this late hour. The hour is very late. Jesus is coming back soon. Death is ringing all around us. Angels singing to astound us. And I wondered about that, but you know what? There is all kinds of things going on around us right now. Many murders, killings, parents killing their children, people drowning. Oh my goodness. Earthquakes, volcanoes getting ready to erupt, war. We may go to war. And death in Israel. And it's just, death is ringing all around us. And the ringing could be bombs. Could be warning signals. There's a lot of very, very crazy tornadoes too now. Angels, but you know what? It won't come near us because God's in control and He's taking care of us. Angels singing to astound us. How many times have we heard people saying they heard angels singing? They were in church and they heard angels singing in the back. They heard angels singing on the ceiling. They've heard angels singing. They've heard strange noises in the heavens and in the fields. And people are amazed. And they've even heard trumpets. Something's going to happen very soon. I think we know what that is. People running, going nowhere, trying to reach them. They just don't care. Everybody's busy in their lives, going. Nobody has time for God anymore. Nobody has time for God anymore. And I'm not going to say nobody, because I believe there's a lot of us. There's a remnant of us that love God, and even we are distracted. In these days, distraction is like the enemy. Distraction is the enemy. The devil's using that to distract people and keep them from God. There's always something else we need to do, something more important. And then social events. So yeah, people running, going nowhere, trying to reach them, they just don't care. And people's hearts have grown cold. A lot of them really just don't care. And I could give you some examples, but I'm not going to. They just don't. I'm the younger generation, praying for this nation. And let me tell you, a lot of the younger generation right now, they are praying. They're teaming together. They've got youth groups. They're praying for the nation. They're probably praying more than a lot of adults. Where have all the warriors gone? Who's going to stand and reach the lost? Where have all the warriors gone? You know what? I don't know too many warriors. In person? I really don't. A few. This is terrible. So who's going to mentor the youth? That's a good question. I hope you'll step up to the plate. I hope you'll do it. Who's going to stand? Who's going to stand and reach the lost? We're so distracted we can't hear a thing. And that's the youth. The younger generation, they are so distracted they cannot hear a thing. They're distracted by social media, headphones, TV, shows. It goes on and on and on and on. TikTok, Instagram. And a lot of people are living their lives on the internet, posting every single thing that happens to them. We ignore God and the salvation he brings. Jesus hung upon that cross to spill his blood and save the lost. We are the younger generation. Where is our hope? We're lost in the world at the end of our rope. Where is our hope? We need to show the younger generation that there is hope, that there is God. I have seen so many posts from people. There's been posts of somebody who asked for prayer because a son or a daughter or a grandson or a nephew or niece committed suicide. They didn't want to live anymore. They had it too hard. They just like overwhelmed and thought nobody cared, and they just did it. And the sad thing, that is very sad. But the scary thing, the thing that just like, wow, was the comments. I usually read comments on things because you can find out a lot of information on the comments. And you can kind of get the gist of what's going on. But there's been posts, and there's been some of my groups, comment after comment after comment. I lost a son that way. I lost a daughter that way. I lost a nephew that way. I lost a brother that way. My mom did it. My dad did it. Oh, it goes on and on and on. And these are things you don't hear about. They don't announce it on the news. However many people decided they didn't want to live. But it's happening every day. And it's way, way, way more than you think. So yes, a lot of these are young people. We need to reach them. We need to reach them. Even children, junior high and grade school age, are committing suicide because of bullying and all kinds of things. I mean, that's horrible. It's just horrible. So take time out to reach somebody. Reach out to somebody, to mentor them, to train them, to love them, to listen to them. Some of them just need somebody to listen to them and to care. Let's see. Let me turn this page again. Yes, so many have quit. They gave up the ghost. They've nowhere to cling but God. But God, he is our King. Open your eyes. He is speaking to you. A love song, so quiet, so precious, so new. Let go of your anger, he says. This is what he says. Let go of your anger, your pride, and your strife. I am trying to give you the gift of your life. Look not to the left or to the right. I am surely coming like a thief in the night. Focus your eyes on the cross. I died. I said, I died for the lost. But I also rose and live forevermore. I'm coming soon. I'm at the door. Reach the younger generation while there is yet time, for time is running out. Yes, it is. Think about somebody that you could mentor, that you could talk to, that you could reach out to. Don't let them get away. And don't have to hear those words that somebody else decided to give up the ghost because they didn't think anybody cared. God commanded us to love. Let's love. Let's love the youth. Let's mentor the youth. God's heart is for the youth. He loves us, but he loves his kids. And woe unto anyone who hurts one of them. All right, you guys, I'm signing off. I love you. Take care. If you don't know Jesus, call out to him today because he's listening. He loves you. And he's coming back soon. Way sooner than anybody thinks. I'm pretty sure. Well, no. Some people think he's coming back like right now. But you could. Or tomorrow. Or next week. Anyway, keep oil in your lamp and be ready. Okay, Jesus is coming. And stay occupied. Occupy until he comes. And we're bringing in the harvest. And be sure that you're bringing souls to heaven with you, because that's all you're going to take with you. You won't take anything else that you own, not even people. You won't take people with you. You'll stand before God all by yourself. But you will take souls. God bless you.